Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to set up a thumb drive on a dedicated server, because that could be useful when you rent a dedicated server to run your server services. The cloud provider, they don't let you connect any NAS or any a physical hard drive, but they'll have no problem to let you put a thumb drive. At least you can use that to do some local backup. So yeah, I mean, I think most people probably know how to do this, but I like to show you guys how to do stuff that I do and that I see that works for me. But first of all, you need to get like a good thumb drive. I mean, there's so many things online, but the one I really find that's good, it's this company here, this brand name here. You can buy this at eBay or Amazon. But what you want to make sure, the speed. You see the speed over here. Make sure the speed is very, at least it's something more than 500 meg per second. That's what you want. And as for the dedicated server services, I rent stuff from these people. Like I said, I mean, the thumb drive that I buy, they're not sponsoring this. I have no affiliation. Even these people here, they don't know I'm doing this. I don't get paid for them. I just show you guys, the stuff that I do that I see that works. So anyway, you can go to this, like I said, you go here, you buy this thumb drive or something similar, make sure the speed is good. Then you go to any dedicated server provider. Let's say those guys here. I'm gonna show you if I go to their website. Here, I go to the website, and you can buy dedicated server service. Let's say you selected this, then basically when you set up this, then like I said, I use these people for a long time myself. The service is very good. I mean, they have so many dedicated server services out there, but most of them, they're just like problem. But these people, I use them for a long time, there's no problem. So anyway, assuming you find your dedicated server and you set it up with Hyper-V everything, so it will be something like this, like this server over here. So then you set up all your VM. You can see I have a bunch of VM over here. So I think we're gonna try this test VM over here, this guy here. But let's go back to this setup here. So you set up your guest VM, which is those VM that you have over here on your dedicated server. Then you insert on number 2, you insert the USB thumb drive, which is what I did over here. You can see here, that's my thumb drive. I mean, it's something very small, and I mean, this is just for testing. Then you come here, you create a folder. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna create one folder called PC1. You can name it whatever you want. I just name it this name because that's what I have my VM name. So if I go back here, then we're gonna go on step number 3. I go to the host server, computer management, disk management. So I'm gonna go here. I'm doing this on the host server, right? I come here, and I go to disk management. So you can see that's my thumb drive here that I hooked up to the host server. I'm gonna come here this way, create a VHT. So what this will do, you see on that thumb drive I have over here, this guy here, I'll be able to create a local drive for each of my hosts by doing this step. So basically, let's say if you have a dedicated server that you're using for your business, you have like an email server, you have database server, you have web server. With this way I'm showing you, you can have local drive for each of them using one USB. Then that would be you can use that to do your local backup. Then after that, you can use one of those storage, let's say Google Cloud and some other place to move your stuff online. But with this solution, you have a way to do local backup with just one good USB thumb drive to all your server. That's what this thing will do. Anyway, so let's go back here. So I'm gonna go to the location here. Then you have to give this a name. We can call it whatever you want, but I'm gonna call this PC1. And you're gonna choose your hard drive type. I'm gonna choose, let's say, a gigabyte. I'm gonna put this like 5 gig. And it depends how big is your drive or what you're doing. You can choose, let's say, VHDX, which is like give you more size. But in my case, I'm just using the maximum 2 terabyte because this is just a test. So like this. I'm gonna click OK, And you have to watch that percentage thing that's running here. And because I'm doing this on a test, slow server that I have in my house, so it's gonna take a little time to to complete. So right now you can see it's moving at 3%. So what I'll do, I think I'm gonna stop the video. Actually, let me show you guys something else. So like I said, let me go back to my readme file setup guide. So make sure that you get a good thumb drive, something similar to this from eBay or from wherever. Make sure the most important thing is make sure the speed is good. If it's one of those 30 meg, 5 meg, then you're wasting your time. You need something that's more than 500 megabyte per second speed. But like I said, so far those are the good quality one. It costs a little money, but that's the good quality one that I find online. And you can get a dedicated server from this guy. I mean, the service is very good. I've used them. Like I said, they don't pay me for that. I use them. I see it's good. I show you guys. And all this stuff that I show you on my channel, they're free. But if you need if you need something like anything had to do with software development or network, I know all this thing in and out. You can see my information on my website. I can help you guys, but that would be a pay service. But anything on my website is, my YouTube is for free. But if you guys need something like more professional help on anything has to do with networking or software development, you can go to my website, which is this guy here, and you can find my contact. Anyway, so now let's go back here. As you can see, this take at 22%. So it makes no sense for me to let you guys wait. And let me pause the video. When it come back again, when it's complete, then I'll come back again to you guys. Okay? All right. All right, guys. So we are back. As you can see, it created the drive for us. So now let me go back to my step here. So we just did step number 3, right? So we're gonna go to step number 4, which is go to the host server, initial the drive and set it up offline. So this is the host server here. That's the drive that we just created. We're gonna right click on this, initial the drive like this, and obviously choose this setting here, and then we're gonna set up this offline by right click offline like this. So now this drive is pretty much ready to go to be used for a guest VM. So now we're gonna go to step number 5. We're gonna go to Hyper-V and guest VM and setting and add the drive. So this my Hyper-V here. This is the server that we're gonna be using. I'm gonna right click over here, setting. So as you can see, I only have this drive here. If you guys want, we can log into that. I guess we'll have to shut down this again. But yeah, so basically, let me show you guys. It's no big deal. Let me start it. I'm gonna log into the server. I'm gonna show you where there's no drive there yet. Let me log into the server. Then we'll have to shut it down again to be able to do what we need to do. But it's at least it's better so for me to show you how it looks right now. Let me log in if I can remember my password. Hold on. Okay, log in that guest VM. So we're gonna go here. As you can see, there's no drive here. There's nothing. This is just like just a C drive. There's no backup drive. So let's shut down the server, the guest VM, so we can do what we need to do. I'm gonna shut it down. So the server must be your host server. Your VM server must be powered down to do what we need to do, right? So we're gonna go back. So we are not step number 5. Go to the host server, Hyper-V, select the guest VM and do the setting and add your drive. So we're gonna be using the PC one as a test, right? I'm gonna right click over here, setting. We're gonna add the drive. So we're gonna select hardware, SCSI controller like this, and hard drive. Something here. Oh, sorry, I didn't add it. So I'm going to put a drive. Yeah, so hard drive. Then we're gonna click here. So now you can see the drive that I just created over here, this guy here. So apply. Okay, so as you can see, before I click OK, you can see here the ID controller 0, that's the C drive, and this is DVD, your CD drive. I mean, even if you use that, if you don't use that, you can just remove that. And this guy here, the SCSI controller, that's the virtual disk that we just add. So I'm gonna click OK. Then we're gonna turn on that VM. So we turn on that guest VM. Let's log into it. Okay. So now if I go here just for testing, you see here, even though we did all that, I still don't have the drive yet. So there's one more step that we need to do. So this is what over here. And on we are number 6 right now. We're gonna go to the case VM. So obviously we log in, and we're gonna go to computer management and disk management to initialize this and set it online. Okay, that's what we're gonna be doing. So let me go here on the case VM. We're gonna go to tools. Yeah, sorry about that, because my computer takes a little time to run because it's the old system, but your system will be very fast. So I'll go to disk management. See, now we see it did this this is coming from the thumb drive that we had on the host server. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna put it online, set it up online. So I right click on this, set it up online, and now we have the drive. I'm gonna right click over here, create a drive. I mean, obviously you can create whatever size you want, you can name it whatever you want, but I'm just gonna leave the default over here, and you can change the name if you want, but I'm just gonna click next. So it's gonna create the drive for you. So it's been formatted, it's okay, right? So if I go back here, minimize this, see here, that's the drive. See, I can create folder if I want. See, so basically right now you have a local drive on your VM. Then we can do it for as many time you want. We can create as much you want. So let me minimize this. I'm gonna minimize all that. If I go to my host server here, you can see here that's the drive, that's the virtual drive that we're using on the case VM. But if I want to do a second one, all I have to do, just come here like this, create a folder. Let's say PC2. Then I will go to my on the host server. I will come back here, I will do like this, disk manager, right click over here, create a VM, and choose a different location. Let's go here. I can do this like that. Call this one PC2 and choose the drive, I mean the size. I can call this one, let's say 3 gig, just an example, 3 gig. Obviously yours would be very, big size. And I click OK here. Then it's gonna create one more. As you can see, let me minimize this. You see the percentage over here is going, it's gonna take some time to create. So what we're doing here, so basically This disk is being used by PC1. That's by like a VM. Let's say your first VM, whatever name your VM is, right? So now we create one more disk to be used by a second VM, whatever. Let's say a web server. Let's say one for database server. So basically, bottom line from here, you create all of them. You can create all the folder and all the drive that you want, and just go back to once you create that, right? Once everything is done, you follow the same step that I show you when I create the first virtual disk for PC1. Then you will be able to come back to Hyper-V. Let's say this server here, if you wanted to do it, all you have to do, just right click over here, setting, you add the drive. I mean, obviously right now I can't do it because the virtual disk is still creating, but I mean it's the same process. You come back here, create a controller, add like this, hard drive like that, then you will be able to see the drive that you want. Even though right now you see this thing here, you will not be able to use this, because this one here, because it's being used by the other server, VM server. If you were to try it, it won't work. But once this thing here is complete, right now it's at 39%. Once it's complete, you will be able to select that. You'll have more option. It will be like at least 2 of them, or as many that you create. It will be there. You will be able to select that. It will work for you. It's the same process. Hopefully, I'm gonna cancel this. Hopefully, you guys don't understand what I'm saying. So, bottom line, this is good if you rent dedicated server from a cloud provider that they don't let you, put a NAS or physical drive. You can use the thumb drive to accomplish the same task, and also they won't charge you for the thumb drive. Like I tried many dedicated server. They don't. If you tell them, okay, I'm gonna hook up a thumb drive to the server, they have no problem with that. The only reason why I go with this company over here, because the service, it's good. Not only the service is good, then they have physical people working there. If you have a problem, you can call somebody. So, which is instead of sending email left and right. So that's why I use the service. But they don't pay me for it. They don't even know if I'm doing this. But I use the service for a long time. It's good for me. And this is my company. If you guys need any additional help on any IT stuff, or software development and networking, and I can help you guys. But this should be something easy to follow, because I put this step. I'm not the guy that was able to explain things the proper way, but I know what I'm doing. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. Then I don't want to make this video so long, but yeah, just follow, read this step, and you will be able to do it. And like I said, most people probably know this thing, but for me, I had a need for something like that, and I found a way. Then that's why I'm showing you guys. Okay, all right, talk to you guys soon. Thanks.